So going to the next section of operators, they are your logical operators. Logical operators ante, if you remember, you might have studied your AND gates, NAND gates, and NOT gates, physics lo appudu chaduntaru. Aventi, they do logical operations. Ante, this value is true and this value is true. If both are true, then I'll return true. If at least one is true, then I'll return true. If both are false, then I'll return false. So మీరు AND ఆపరేషన్, OR ఆపరేషన్, నాట్ ఆపరేషన్ ఇవన్నీ చేశారు కదా. సో ద సేమ్ థింగ్స్ ఆర్ రెప్లికేటెడ్ ఇన్ దిస్ పైథాన్. అక్కడ ఏం చేస్తాం, అక్కడ వీ జస్ట్ లాజికలీ కంపేర్ దోస్ టూ థింగ్స్. సో లాజికల్ ఆపరేటర్స్ ఆర్ లైక్ దే ఆర్ యూజ్డ్ టు మేక్ డెసిషన్స్. ఓకే, బేస్డ్ ఆన్ కండిషన్స్ మనం వీ డిసైడ్ వెదర్ టు డూ దిస్ టాస్క్ ఆర్ నాట్. ఓకే, సో ద ఫస్ట్ ఆపరేటర్ ఇన్ దిస్ కేటగిరీ ఇస్ యువర్ AND ఆపరేటర్. Your AND operator ki enti ante, you will have two operands, right? So if both of the things are true, only then the whole thing will say true. If oka condition fail aina kuda, that will return as false. Ante it's a no basically. The logical operators ki etla untadante, initially ga meer chuste for your arithmetic operators, you would have two operands on two sides and the operation is done by the operator in between. But దీనికి అట్లా కాదు. Logical operators ki right side, left side kuda you'll have conditions, and based on those two conditions, this will decide, majorly an operator will decide what is the result. And operator ku vachesariki enti ante, right ఒక కండిషన్ ఉంది, లెఫ్ట్ ఒక కండిషన్ ఉంది, రెండు పక్కా మ్యాండేటరీలీ ట్రూ అయితేనే I'll say yes, if not I'll say no. ఓకే, ఒక్కటి ఫెయిల్ అయినా కూడా ఇట్స్ ఎ నో అంతే. నెక్స్ట్ ఈజ్ యువర్ OR ఆపరేటర్. OR ఆపరేటర్ ఏంటి, ఈ రెండు కండిషన్లలో ఒక్క కండిషన్ ట్రూ అయినా కూడా I'll say yes. So that's how this OR operator works. Let's take an example. Intlo annappudu your mom will say that if you study and if you clean your room, then you can go to play in the ground. Okay. So what did your mom say? Your mom said if you study and remember that and you cleaned your room. So if you just study and don't clean your room, so there is an and between it. You did only one of the two tasks. So this task is false. I mean, it's not done yet. So this is done. So what will the result be? Your mom won't send. So it's a no. So in the same way, OR operator works. But in case of OR, even if one condition is true, you can go. I mean, that's a yes. So in the same way, you have your NOT operator. NOT operator it simply flips whatever you say. NOT operator ki you'll have only one condition. In the beginning, I've told you, there is one unary operator, it has only one operand ani. So that is your NOT operator. The way you write NOT operator is not NOT, simple, not and condition. So what does that mean? Not of this condition. If this condition is true, then NOT will say it's a false. If the condition is false, then NOT will say that the condition is true. So that's how NOT works. Let's just see a sample demo so that you can understand yes guys. So if you see it, the idea is simple. In that condition, you have completed your homework. So that's a true. Let's say you've cleaned your room. So that's a true. And operator checks whether both of them are true or not. Okkat false na, it will return false. I completed my homework because it's a true. And I also cleaned my room because it's a true. So if both are true, then it will print true. And in the same way, OR even if one of the condition is true, then it will print true. And if you see not of cleaned room, this is the negation operator. It will just flip. Ippudu cleaned room anedi, that's a true. This not of cleaned room will print false because it just flips the decision ante. So I'll just run this. So if you see true, true, false. So both are true. So AND gives true. Both are true. OR gives true. And cleaned room is true. But you have added a negation that this flips it. So I'll just change the cleaned room to false now. False under it. Now what will happen? As one of the condition is false, first line will return false. I mean the first print statement will return false. At least one condition is true in the second line. So the OR operator will print true. And your cleaned room is false now. And when you when you add your NOT operator to it, it will just flip the bit. So it will be true now. So the result would be false, true and true. Let's see. Let's just check it out. Clear this and let's run it again. So false, true and true. So that's how logical operators work in Python. So the next concept we're going to be checking out is your bitwise operators. Bitwise operators is a very simple concept. The same thing you do in logical operations, but then you do the same thing on bits. So there are only 4 operators in bitwise operations. That is your AND operator, OR operator, your negation operator, and your XOR operator. Just like how the operations you do with binary numbers, in the same way you do these operations. Let's just see them with some examples. So here we are in our Excel. So let's just understand about AND operator. So this is the symbol of your AND operator. So just like how you write A and D AND between two conditions, the same way you write this AND operator, ampersand operator, between two numbers. So what will this do? So internally it will do this thing, and you check this 0 and 0. So it performs row-wise ANDs. So it performs AND between these two binaries. So 0 and 0 together will be like 0 is considered as false and 1 is considered as true. So as both are false, I'll return false. So here is a 0. 1, 1. So both are true. So I'll put here 1. So that's a true. And here the same way both are false. So I'll put 0. 1 is true and 1 is false. But the operation we're doing there is AND. Both of them should be true for the result to be true. So as only one of them is true, so the result would be false again. So this is what happens in your AND operator, a bitwise AND operator. Let's just move to the OR operator. We'll see how it works too. So coming to bitwise OR. So this is your symbol for your bitwise OR operator, the pipe. This is called the pipe. So what it will do? It will perform an OR operation of binaries on a level. So 0 and 0. Unka OR kya hoga? It will be 0 again. And then 1 and 1. The both of them OR together is both are true. The output would be true. And 0, 0, they return 0 again. So here at least one of them is true. So as this is an OR operator, this will return true. So the final result would be 1, 0, 1, 0. That's it. That's how the OR operator works. So going next, we have our XOR operator. The XOR operator works in the similar way. The row-wise binary thing. But then the output would be decided based on the equality of two numbers. So here both are zeros. If both are same, then the result would be 0. And if both are different, then the result would be 1. That's how XOR works. So if both are 0, the result is 0. If both are 1s, the result is 0 because both of them are 1s. Okay, there is no difference in them. Again, both are 0, so the result is 0. Here 1, 0, both are different. So the result is 1. That's how XOR operator works. So the next operator in this thing is your negation operator. This is also called your bitwise NOT. What it will do, just like in the logical operators, we flip it the bit, right? We flip it the answer, okay? Here it flips the whole bits. So it flips 1 with 0 and 0 with 1. So if you do negation of a binary number, the result would be flipped version of the same binary number. So this is the symbol for your bitwise negation or bitwise NOT, you can say. The answer is this for this operation. See, you can see that all of the zeros are swapped with ones and all of the ones are swapped with zeros. Okay, to understand this bitwise operator concept, you need to have a basic idea about how binary numbers work and also how you convert regular decimals into binaries and your binary numbers into your decimal numbers. Alright, so as now you got some basic idea of how bitwise operators work, I just want you guys to try out something. Pick two random numbers and try out all the bitwise operators on it. Try printing onto consoles, try running different examples. And once you've done it, just don't forget to comment whatever you have done in this comment section, so that it will be helpful to many other people who are watching this video. And also it will help me a lot to make more videos like this in future. Let's learn about something called identity operators. So what identity operators will do is, identity operators are used to check whether both of the given objects have the same memory location or not. అంటే నీ దగ్గర మెమరీలో నువ్వు ఇచ్చిన ఏవైతే రెండు వేరియబుల్స్ ఉన్నాయో, ఈ రెండు వేరియబుల్స్ ఒకటే లొకేషన్లో ఉన్నాయా లేదా తెలుసుకోవడానికి యూ విల్ యూస్ యువర్ ఐడెంటిటీ ఆపరేటర్. Okay, identity operator is the word is simple ga. Let's just go and see the example once. So you can see here, I have two variables, v1 equal to 10 and v2 equal to 100. Both of them initialized. Let's just check that out with the code again. So we have two variables, v1, v2, okati 10 and okati 100. Now here I'm just comparing v1 equal to v2 flow division with 10. So 100 flow division with 10 is same as 10 times 100 kabatti you will get 10 again. So as this is 10 and now this whole thing is 10, both of the values are same. Okay, equals to operator anedi that checks your value, and your is operator checks your memory locations. Okay, it's so simple. Like let's say you have 2 water bottles. Okay, 2 బిస్లరీ బాటిల్స్ ఉన్నాయి నీ కాడ. ఓకే, 2 సేమ్ 1 లీటర్ బాటిల్స్, సేమ్ లేబుల్, సేమ్ బాటిల్ క్యాప్, సేమ్ అమౌంట్ ఆఫ్ వాటర్, బట్ స్టిల్ 2 డిఫరెంట్ కదా. సో ఇన్ ద సేమ్ వే దిస్ థింగ్ వర్క్స్. ఇఫ్ బోత్ వాల్యూస్ ఆర్ సేమ్, then equals to operator returns true. If both memory locations are same, then is operator will return true. So v1 is v2. v1 అనేది 10 అంటే మెమరీ లొకేషన్లో 10 అనే ఒక వాల్యూ స్టోర్ అయి ఉంటే v1 అనేది దానికి లేబుల్. ఇప్పుడు అదే మెమరీలో v2 100 అని ఒక వాల్యూ స్టోర్ అయి ఉంటే ఆ నెంబర్కి అంటే ఆ మెమరీ లొకేషన్కి లేబుల్ అనేది v2. So now these both two things are not same. I mean, they both are not pointing to the same memory location. So what will this is statement return? It will return false because both are different memory locations. Ante. Ikkada v1 is not v2. It is simple. Just returns false to the above line. Ippudu enti is not అని చూసాం మనం. కానీ ఇంతకు ముందు లాజికల్ ఆపరేటర్స్ లో we added a not before the condition just to flip that. అట్లా చేయొచ్చా అంటే అట్లా కూడా చేయొచ్చు. నేను జస్ట్ దాన్ని ఇలా రాశాను. ఎలా అని v1 is v2 దానికి నాట్ పెట్టు, లేదా v1 is not v2. బోత్ ఆఫ్ దెమ్ ఆర్ సేమ్, బట్ దిస్ థింగ్ కమ్స్ అండర్ ఐడెంటిటీ ఆపరేటర్, this thing comes under logical operator and an identity operator mix. So this is your actual identity operator is. Okay, this is how it works. It compares your memory locations. Equals to compares your value. Okay, so now we move to membership operators are the most super simple operators in the whole thing, in whole Python. So we just use in and not in to just check whether the number exists. So you use in and not in to just check whether something is inside of something else or not. So imagine if you have a list of numbers saying 1, 2, 3, 4, and then if you want to check if that list has 3 or not. Before saying that, list gurinchi nenu I'll tell in later videos, but yeah, you have to know about list. List is one of the most beautifully designed data structures in the whole Python. It has many use cases, and also we tend to use it most of the times. Ippudu enti we have a list of numbers 1, 2, 3, 4 అని ఒక లిస్ట్లో ఉన్నాయి. ఓకే, లిస్ట్ అంటే రెగ్యులర్ 1 to 1 లిస్ట్లో ఉన్నాయి. ఇప్పుడు ఏంటి, ఐ జస్ట్ వాంట్ టు చెక్ వెదర్ 3 ఈస్ దేర్ ఇన్ దట్ లిస్ట్ ఆర్ నాట్. ఐ జస్ట్ డూ వన్ థింగ్, 3 ఇన్ లిస్ట్ అంట, అది ట్రూ వస్తే ఆ లిస్ట్లో ఉన్నట్టు, ఫాల్స్ వస్తే లిస్ట్లో లేనట్టు. సింపుల్. సో నంబర్స్ ఉన్నాయి. నౌ ఐ విల్ ప్రింట్ ఇఫ్ 3 దానిలో ఉంటే ట్రూ రావాలి కదా. 3 ఇన్ numbers అంటే ఆ నెంబర్స్లో 3 ఉంటే అది ట్రూ ప్రింట్ అవుతుంది. ఇన్ ద సేమ్ వే వీ హ్యావ్ అన్ ఆపరేటర్ కాల్డ్ నాట్ ఇన్, అంటే దీనిలో లేదు అని చెప్పడానికి. అది ఐల్ ఆల్సో షో ఎ డెమో ఆఫ్ దట్ థింగ్ ఆల్సో. ఐల్ సే ప్రింట్ 5 నాట్ ఇన్ నంబర్స్. ఇప్పుడు ఏంటి, 3 ఇన్ నంబర్స్, 3 నెంబర్స్లో ఉంది కాబట్టి ట్రూ వస్తుంది. 5 నాట్ ఇన్ నంబర్స్, 5 అనేది నెంబర్స్లో లేదు కాబట్టి కూడా ట్రూ వస్తుంది. లెట్స్ జస్ట్ రన్ దిస్ కోడ్ అండ్ ఇఫ్ యూ కెన్ సీ బోత్ ఆఫ్ దెమ్ ప్రింట్ ట్రూ. ఇప్పుడు నేనేమంటా, ఐ జస్ట్ సే ఇఫ్ 2 ఇస్ నాట్ ఇన్ నంబర్స్, 2 నంబర్స్లో లేదు అంటా నేను, బట్ రియాలిటీ ఏంటి, 2 ఇస్ ఇన్ నంబర్స్. సో ఇట్ విల్ ప్రింట్ మీ ఫాల్స్. ఎస్, డన్. That's how membership operator works in Python. So if you're still here, then you're already doing great. Before I end this video, I just want to give a quick sneak peek of the next video. In the next video, I'll be explaining about mutability and immutability concept. It's very crucial to understand how Python handles memory behind the scenes, so that even when in future we write any programs, we write efficient programs. Yes, so and that wraps up all of the operators in Python, right from arithmetic, logical, comparison, bitwise, and up till your membership operators. So if you're still here, then thanks a lot. So if you find this series helpful, then make sure you subscribe to this channel and also recommend this playlist to your friends who are learning Python. If you have any doubts or any issues with the explanation, make sure you comment down the issues. I'm sure I'll reflect on that. So if you have any doubts or any issues regarding the explanation, please just make sure you comment down the issue. I'm sure I'll reflect on that. And also make sure that you join the Discord and Telegram groups that are those links are given in the description, and let's stay connected.